There comes a moment when the chains break, the fear dissolves, and the beast within awakens. They pushed, they mocked, they tore me down. But now they'll hear my name. They'll remember what they've done. They made me a monster, and now they'll fear me. Every scar tells a story, every wound a reminder. But this is not a tale of surrender. This is a tale of transformation, where pain becomes power and silence becomes a roar. Let's rewind. Monsters don't just appear. They're created by the betrayal of friends, by the indifference of those who should have cared, by the relentless grind of a world that rewards cruelty and punishes kindness. And yet, they act surprised when the monster rises. You see, the monster wasn't born overnight. It was crafted in the shadows, molded by the very hands that now tremble at its presence. The ones who mocked and betrayed never expected their actions to have consequences. But every act of cruelty was fuel for the fire. Every slight, a drop of poison that changed everything. There's always a breaking point. That one moment when the weight becomes unbearable and the world expects you to crumble. But some don't break. They transform. They decide that enough is enough. That if the world insists on seeing a monster, then a monster they shall get. Call it a survival instinct, or call it a rebirth. The truth is, every monster starts as a victim, until they decide they're done being one. It's ironic, isn't it? The same society that creates monsters is terrified of them. They fear strength because it reminds them of their own weakness. They fear the roar because it drowns out their murmurs. But what did they expect? That they could poke the bear forever without consequences? Now they whisper your name, not in jest but in fear. They remember the way they laughed, the way they belittle, and they wonder, what have I created? And that's the beauty of it. You've become the one thing they never expected. Untouchable. They call you a monster as if it's an insult. But what they don't understand is that you've claimed it. You've taken their label and turned it into your power. What they fear isn't the monster. It's the freedom you found in being unapologetically yourself. You see, they thought the monster was their creation, but it's yours. You took the pain, the anger, the rejection, and you forged it into something unstoppable. And now they can't take it back. They can only watch as you rise. The most dangerous kind of monster is the one who's not afraid anymore. Afraid of failure, of rejection, of judgment. When you've already faced the worst, what's left to fear? That's why they're terrified. They see someone they can't control. Someone who doesn't bend to their rules. You've become the thing they can't ignore. The storm they can't weather. The force they can't contain. And that terrifies them. To anyone watching this who feels like they're on the brink, like the world has pushed you too far, remember this. You don't owe anyone an apology for surviving. They may call you a monster, but they don't know the battles you fought. Wear that title like armor and let them see what strength really looks like. And when you rise, don't just rise for yourself. Rise for everyone who's been in the shadows, waiting for someone to show them it's possible. Show them that monsters can be heroes too. They made you a monster, but they underestimated you. They thought they'd break you, but you broke free. And now, your name will echo, not in fear, but as a testament to resilience, to strength, to survival. Let them whisper, let them fear, let them wonder how you turn pain into power. Because now, you're unstoppable, and the world will never forget your name.